comes down to this, it's on the fly. Games are going on. I usually like to be kind of sat there in the darkness of my room making sure that no issues happen, but forget all that because it's come down to this. Surprisingly, shockingly, some may even say, Sevilla have slipped. We have the live scores in front of us in terms of what's happening, so we can kind of keep an eye on it. But I can tell you this much. First game of the evening for Monaco, they demolished Frankfurt 7-1. First game of the evening for Sevilla, I believe it was about 3-0 to Sevilla against PSG. But the second game, around about the 70th, 80th minute now for Monaco, they're up at least by 3 goals against Man City. And just now, as we've come on, Sevilla have lost 2-1 to Toulouse. Of course, you don't get to see the live table, but what I can tell you is that right now, going into the final game, which brilliantly, poetically, is Monaco versus Sevilla, Monaco are top of the league, 50 points to 48 points. If Monaco draw this game against Sevilla, they will pip this super team, this Galactico squad, to the Super League 1 title. Sevilla must win if they want to win the league by a point. What kind of mentality is Leodis going to show us? Is he going to show us the Mikel Arteta defense mentality going into a big game where he only needs to get a point? Or will he go at this Sevilla team, which is filled with superstars? Amazingly, this has happened. The script writers couldn't have had this go any other way, and what a way it's going to be to kind of close down the curtain on the league season. These two no doubt will be rivals in the Champions League come next week, but it's all about the league title here tonight. This Sevilla side is dangerous. It's got that front two of Dominio and Crimi. It's got this brilliant midfield of Bailey Ince, I think KC29 is Kev, I could be incorrect, I don't know. Wadi in goal, Texi, Tuans. You've got the who's who here tonight for this Sevilla squad. And it's interesting because Wadi said this was the last hurrah. Wadi said that this league season was his last in management. Does this end in flames or does it end in glory? Again, if you're just joining us after the first 2 games tonight, Monaco are leading the table. Sevilla have won and lost. Monaco have won both. That therefore means it is a 50-48 top of the table clash here for the Super League 1 title. All Monaco have to do is draw. Sevilla must win if they want to get the title over the line. I didn't want to kind of ask people to wait, so as the second game was getting underway, I was just already setting up here so we could kind of go in instantly, immediately. I know we're not going to maybe get too many people watching because a lot of people will obviously be, on the side playing their third game tonight. So if you're watching this on replay, it's a very, very interesting moment here. It's a very interesting moment because this is a team that's never really had to kind of battle against the grain, never really a team that's had to kind of look over their shoulder and worry about what's coming behind them. Now, for one of the rare times in their time together, this squad have been brutal in terms of killing off opposition in the league and the Champions League, but now they have to look upwards, not backwards. It is Monaco that they have to chase down, and it's going to be such a super opportunity for the likes of Dominio and Crimi, in particular, the 2 talismen of Sevilla, to find something. And they go up against, names that they are familiar with. Monaco have had so much heartbreak in the Champions League, but in the league, they've got a great squad assembled here. Leodis doesn't want to make it another disappointing season. Jaco LFC is in there for Monaco. That is such a big signing. No Love Para is in there as well. You've got a really good together squad here. A unit filled with chemistry, with ballers like Brookie28, who's put an absolute fire all season with 15 goals and 11 assists in 16 games. This is going to be one of the all-timers, but it comes down to who wants it more. And again, it comes down to the mentality of the team. We've seen this Monaco team, who are about to go out there against Sevilla, be a little bit timid, be a little bit scared, be a little bit frightened. It's very Arsenal-esque, that Monaco team. When the pressure is on them, they tend to collapse. This team is used to pressure. This team is used to trophies. This team is used to success. But they have to go and earn it tonight. If they win this game, no one can argue that they will be rightful league winners. If they win this game, they'll win the league by 1 measly point, 51-50. So it's all coming down to this. For Monaco, all they have to do is draw, but that is easier said than done. And you would have to think that loss against Toulouse from that they just suffered there, Sevilla, that's going to fire them right up. And immediately it all kind of started yesterday night. I think Wadi was away because Berisha was in between the sticks. And it wasn't exactly convincing yesterday because, they lost that 3-1. They lost that game 3-1 against LAFC. That's the game that could come back to bite them in terms of the league being lost. That loss against LAFC and that loss against Toulouse today, absolute, daggers in the chest to Sevilla. But they can rectify it all. They can win it all with 3 points against Monaco here tonight. Monaco, of course, just about getting out of that game against Manchester City as well. And this one should be kicking off imminently. They will be eager to go. I think Sevilla will be chomping at the bit to get out on the pitch here and right the wrongs of the game that they've just lost. Here we go then. It looks like we're live for business. Sevilla and Monaco, it all comes down to this. A big one. Again, if you're just joining us, live updates on the table. Yeah, both of these two have played 18 out of their 19 league games. So far tonight, out of 6 points, Monaco have taken 6. Out of 6 points tonight, Sevilla have taken 3. That there means, as of now, Monaco lead the table 50-48. All Monaco need is a draw. Let's strap in and get this one going. Then Monaco, of course, tonight playing in their blue strip, whereas Sevilla are in the whites. Could it be a Champions League final preview? You bet your sweet ass it could be. Who's going to lead with the title here tonight, though? It's been pain and misery and heartbreak for Leadus 2 seasons in a row. Is that 2 seasons in a row going to turn into 3? Domingo goes here forward immediately as Ertak, the big Turk, playing some of his best FIFA in, I would honestly say, years. I'll be honest, I've been very impressed with Ertak, with how he's commanded that back line. A man of few words, but he's been instrumental. Lav here, of course, known very well by this Sevilla squad. This is the thing, though. It's interesting because I've sat there and watched Arsenal Man City today, and there's so many parallels. You know, you think of the Man City as Sevilla, a team of winners, a team of glorified success and winners. It's just filled with quality from top to bottom. And then you think of this Monaco team. Yes, they've got the potential to win. They've got the potential to be successful, the potential to win the Champions League, the potential to win the league. But a lot of them have gotten to the finish line and fallen short a couple of times now. They're going to have to be brave here tonight. The first goal will change everything. And if there is no goals, that's as good as a goal, if that makes sense, for Monaco. Again, they only need a draw to win the team in blue tonight. Primi here goes on to the outside there to Skills. Well, no, Kimi, excuse me, I can't even read. It's KC29 goes in. It's a bit of a bundle, but Droppy 0-2 collects the ball up there. And again, a different change of shot stopper. Usually Wilkie, the main man in between the sticks for Leadus, but that kind of workload has been shared this season. I think the Dutchman, is it, Droppy? Coming in and doing a wonderful job. And I wonder how they're treating this here, Monaco. Again, there's no real insight into what is being said inside of that Discord call or party. Will they be saying, okay, lads, we're going to go and try and get the win here. We're going to try and win this outright. Or will they be treating, again, when I used to be in management and we would have these kind of nail-bitey kind of finishes, I would treat every 10 in-game minutes like a checkpoint. You get to half-time, you got one hand on the trophy. You know what I mean? So maybe that's how Monaco are treating it here. Ball there swung in. That one's flicked on ever so lightly as that one now spills to Monaco. Brookie 28, the talisman, heads that one away. Though there's Texi, Mr. Ballon d'Or from last season, as AL9Y gets that one high and away off the chest of Twins. Going to need to be careful of any dodgy touches tonight, absolutely. Wonder if anyone's going to get a Gabriel headbutt and escape a red card. How we didn't get a red for that, by the way. Shocking. It's my own team, but yikes. 20 minutes in here, Deadman as well, another fantastic player from last season in that Champions League campaign. They got so agonizingly close, but not over the line, as Domingo here now goes on inwards. Dom as well has been phenomenal. One of the very few people that have got double-digit goals in this stacked Super League 1 season. It has been such a difficult league to score in this past season. He's been one of the main providers, though. Deco goes all the way back there to Jay Deadman, finds Ertak. Ertak now into Lav. Lav here goes back across the right-hand side into Deadman. Deadman now into Leadus. Pokes that one over the right shoulder. Look at this, though. Texi. That one out and away. No love Parrot. Comes off of him. Flies out for a goal kick. Waddy on the restart goes to Tuans. They're so confident out the back here. Here comes Wojak. Goes now into Domingo, who's been pushed really far wide here. I would love to kind of get on comms with Dom and understand if he likes to be in these wide areas. He's such a great finisher. You think you want to be right smack through the centre, but ultimately leads to a corner here for Sevilla. Maybe the first danger moment for Monaco to deal with, as Droppy comes out, punches that one firmly away. He's going to be a bag of nerves. I tell you, Droppy's never been in a situation like this before against one of the best teams in Europe. No doubts. Composure going to be required as Ertak here goes up and over into the man known as Spamming 8. I think that's DS17, I'm not too sure. Deco into Deadman, finds Para, back to Deco. Great control and touch there by Deco. Goes up to Yerbud. Look at this football here from Monaco. Lav here getting a nosebleed. He's so high up. Dinks the ball forward. Could Lav have ran through and be able to pop shot there? Bit of a Declan Rice-esque shot. I think he could have, but didn't want to put his team in a bit of a predicament with the positioning. As now Dominio sprays the ball across, but passing maybe not one of his main attributes. Lethal finisher, but can't find the cross ball. Bailey Ince flings that one over, knocked on down. Ertak back to Lav. Lav here drags it down into Para, across now into Leodis. Leodis driving forward, the captain plays it back inside to Lav. Lav here into Yerbud, looking now for twins, but look at that from Hakimi's season. There's Bailey Ince, one of the great strikers who have transitioned into central midfielders. Picks the ball up and puts the team on his back. He's the quarterback of this team. That's what Bailey Ince kind of strikes me as. I'm going to put it into American football sense. He's the Tom Brady of that position. He can pull so many strings of the game when he's so far deep, and that's why he loves that position. Brookie here goes back over into Leodis. Leodis now. Oh, it's a poor one from the captain. Just hangs onto the ball too much, gets dispossessed. Moments like that could change the momentum of a game on a coin toss, and a foul's been given here. Not in a dangerous territory. It's about maybe 35 yards out, maybe a little bit less. Lav with the yellow card, nevertheless. What can Sevilla do here in the 37th minute of play? Lining this one up, takes the shot, and that one there nearly whizzes in. That would have been one of the great free kicks of this millennium. Whizzes on by though. First warning sign though for Monaco, and they've been dispossessed again. As the game's gone on, they've just hung onto the ball a little bit too much. But so far, so good for Monaco. Leodis got to get out of this corner, plays over into Ertak, who then has to throw that one deep. Bailey Ince now plays it forward. Look at Crimmy. Crimmy now into Jack. Crimmy, and there's the goal! The Welshman once again pops up. He's huge for Wales and he's huge for Sevilla. The goggles are on. He's looking down the table now at Monaco. And that is Sevilla, who as of right now will win the league 51 points to 50. It's now on Monaco, who have looked brilliant in this game, by the way, to try and find a goal. A draw will be enough, but they have to be a little bit more offensively minded now. 42nd minute of play, and it's Crimmy, surprise, surprise, who may well be delivering the title back to Sevilla. That's a nightmare, though, from Ertak. Look at this. Are the wheels starting to fly off here for Monaco? They've got to get in a bit of composure and quick. Deco, Leodis, poor pass from the captain again. Fouls him down there. That's maybe a foul out of frustration, a yellow card, and a free kick. I think if you're Monaco here, you've just got to get to half-time and not concede any more. One goal is never enough in the glorious game that is FC 26. We know it, you know it, the players know it. Ball there taken short. Bailey Ince flings that one forward and straight into the hands of Droppy. Half-time. Well, listen, as of right now, it will be a 1-point league title swing. It is Sevilla, despite losing to Toulouse 2-1 today, despite losing to LAFC yesterday 3-1, they right now hold the keys to the castle. 51 to 50, 1-0 to Sevilla at half-time. Monaco looked great in the first 25 minutes. Absolutely no issues. It was in the 30th, the 35th minute of play when you started to see Monaco players, Leodis, Ertak, a couple of those guys, hang on to the ball for a little bit too long, and that's caused Sevilla to kind of immediately get their press on and just go right through them. They have to be a little bit more speedy here. It's not doom and gloom. It's not a 2-0 game. It's not a 3-0 game. This is a 1-0 game, and Monaco know all it takes is one set piece. All it takes is one good flurry of attack. All it takes is just one singular goal, and they are absolutely going to win this title here tonight. Well, listen, one person there from, I think, Monaco, or I don't know what team that was, has just disappeared off the player list. So we're going to see it. Yeah, look, you can see right here, look, it's a lag out here for Sevilla. So they've lost their middle centre-back. So if you wanted any more drama here as to now what could happen, you found it. Because look at that. That's huge. To lose a dime piece right in the middle of your back line at half-time, that is not ideal. What adjustments, what changes are Sevilla, who are 1-0 up, going to have to make here? Are they going to have to maybe flip the formation to a 4 and just put the AI out there on one of the right back or left back slots? Because you can't play a free with a lag out. There's no way. You can't do that. There's not a chance. So another twist in the story here. That is the league title race tonight. KC over to Bailey Ince. Bailey into Hakimi. And I tell you, that will have rose the anxiety and the kind of the fear a little bit in that Sevilla squad. They know how important it is to finish with 11. The fact that they've had a lag out, not ideal in the slightest. Corner kick. Where do Sevilla go with this one? A second goal would all but seal it. Monaco know that. They cannot afford to go 2-0 down here. The team in blue just need a draw to win the league. Sevilla, as it stands, winning the league by a singular point. Ball there whipped in again. That one, a great set piece routine, but it's not going to go out for another corner. It's going to go out for a throw in there. Leon's going to need all the power in his arms to power that one up the field. Finds Yerbud, but he's pushed to the back and dropped down here. Yellow card for the Sevilla man. 55th minute of play. It's not panic stations yet, but one has to... Oh, that's so bad from Monaco. That's awful from Monaco. Again, though, they've gotten away with that. They have to be a bit more awake. That is so bad. It could have led to disaster. Yeah, Bud goes forward, but AL9, why they're just in the right place at the right time. Crimmy flying on forward again. Where is he going to go? Down this left-hand side, the Welshman so far is going to be the man that's won Sevilla the league title. Ball there sent up with a spin and a pirouette. Yerbud now goes over into Deco. Deco plays down into Yerbud. Yerbud now with a left-hand side reception of the switch, but doesn't just about get there. Is spamming A. Now goes back down to Ertak. Ertak inside to Lav. This is where they're going to need to rely on their experience, though. They have to try and keep calm. 27 in-game minutes. It's a long, long time. Leodis down into Lav. Plays down into Twins. Twins here breaking forward. Brookie 28. Not so easy. Finds Yerbud though. Oh, that's a close call. It's the closest that Monaco have been in the entire game to kind of having a clear one-on-one attempt with the goalie. 65th minute, Monaco corner. Swings this one in, flicks it. Hang on! Oh, it's a great save by Wadi. Oh, it's an absolute brilliant header. But it's a fantastic save and one of the greatest to ever do it in between the sticks. Wadi there with a huge, maybe title-saving save. That was so agonizingly close for Monaco. Bailey Ince now back across to Crimmy. Crimmy down over into Hakimi. Domino just taking his time. No need to rush if you're Sevilla. 20 minutes and it's all on Monaco to fight backwards here. Yeah, bud. Into Brookie. Good connected pass to Para, who then links it back to Brookie. Spin back around to Twins. Finds Lav. Oh, it's a poor one from Lav, though. Can't guide it into the correct corridor. Luckily enough, Ertak there to kind of pick up the pieces. Yeah, bud. Throws this one down the left-hand channel. Just about going to get that one. No, just fires on past him. And Hakimi season there. Just about to launch this one, you'd think. Looking for an open man. It's the Sevilla shirt. That one knocked on down off the chest of Yerbud. Goes into Para. That one cleared again away. Knocked on down again, but the direction that time just not correct. Oh, it's a dodgy touch, and Dominio could kill the title race here. Dominio one-on-one. It's a great save from Droppy. Keeps the title race alive. It's another dodgy mistake at the back, though. Can't be taking touches like that. That could have been it. Great save from the Dutch keeper. And Monaco still somehow are in this title race. It's a foul, 15 minutes. 1 goal required for AS Monaco here. As of right now, if this game ended 51-50 in favour of Sevilla, they would win the league title by a single point. Deco not able to connect that pass. This is where the sharpness, the accuracy, the clinicality of Sevilla comes to roost. Off the chest here, yeah, bud. Dinks that one forward. Knocks it down. Look at this, though. A swing of the boot from Bailey Ince. Gets that one away from a corner kick. Monaco need one off the grounds now. Off the training grounds. A set-piece routine to put them in the history books as one of the only teams that's pipped this Sevilla squad to a league title. That one there, though, saved by Waddy. It really is a phenomenal start here. Waddy goes down that left-hand side. Now over into rebound chaser. 10 in-game minutes. You want kind of real-life estimates to that. That's about maybe 2 real-life minutes remaining. Monaco season. Second in the Champions League 2 seasons ago. Second in the Champions League last season. Second in the league this season as it stands. So many parallels of Arsenal, it could make me cry. As this one here now poked forward, and Bailey Ince, the quarterback of the team, goes to Crimmy, and the Welshman can't convert. Droppy 0-2 again with another big save, and it's another corner kick. The pressure, has it got to Monaco? Sevilla just have to keep the football here. It's a dangerous challenge, and they managed to just about get away with that one. Do Monaco 4 minutes and counting. If there's a hope, if there's a way, it's got to come now. Monaco, left-hand side, Brookie into Parra, takes the shot, and it's calmly collected by Waddy. There's going to be no Donnarumma-esque mistake there from that man. And he knows what time it is. It's game management time. Great touch there by rebound chaser. Back to Wojak. And there will be no risks taken here. Do they have an opportunity? They still do. Oh, it's poor from Droppy. I don't think he expected the added time. It is the last chance saloon now for Monaco in the blue. They need a goal to win the league title. Flung away, though. Have to win the 50-50s, but Dom's going to have the ball, and that's going to be it. Sevilla, despite being a point down, have won the league title again. For Monaco, the chance of second again. Ole, ole. Are echoing like it's a harsh nightmare. Second in the Champions League 2 seasons ago. Second in the Champions League last season. And now, with the title, with 1 game to go in their hands, they have slipped. It was 50 points to 48 points before this game kicked off in favour of Monaco. Season 68. Super League 1, the league title race finishes Sevilla 51, Monaco 50. Who in the hell can pip this team to a league title? You have to give credit to Toulouse. You've got to give credit to LAFC for their wins against Sevilla yesterday. Monaco were 1 goal away from pipping them to it. Disappointing, devastating, but I tell you, that Sevilla team will be in absolute ecstatic emotion there. They will know how close they were to bottling it, because again, there's a large microscope, a large telescope almost on that team. Everyone's ready to pounce on Sevilla when they don't win, when they don't get the job done. They've got the job done here this season. Another 3 weeks of work done well. In the end, you can look at this table. They won 2 and lost 1 tonight. So in the end, it finishes 17 wins, 2 losses. The only 2 teams to beat Sevilla this season, Toulouse tonight and LAFC yesterday night. For Monaco, it finishes with 2 wins out of 3. It ends up being 16 wins, 2 draws, and the only loss this season against Sevilla. Does that soften the blow? Does it not? I think only Leodis and co will be able to tell you. But what a crazy way to finish it here tonight. Of course, we'll take any post-match commentary, put it this way, the media room is open. If we've got any players from Monaco, any players from Sevilla that want to come in for an interview, then Discord me ASAP. Waddy and Wilkie, thank you as well for the resubs with Prime as well. But the press booth is open. If people want to talk, let's talk. Leah is there, not happy, he says after the game, just in my DMs, fucking bottle. They're not happy. They're not happy. Again, if anyone from that Sevilla side or that Monaco side want to come on and talk about the game, I can't force you to. But the door is open. The door is open. If not, we'll give it like 2 minutes and then we'll bounce out of here. I've got one. So as I'm doing this as well, I've got people literally like DMing me about about blocking the keeper and whatnot here. So I'm just also sending this in. So if Jaro's out there, I'm sending it into the head admin chat now to be voted on. So don't you worry. There's a report of Toulouse blocking the keeper. Block on the GK or no? Question mark. So it's being voted on now. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry. Well, listen. If anyone wants to come on, you got to Discord me. I'm not going to go looking. Just need like a full stop or something. Give me something that I can kind of call you on. And we can give you some questions. But what a way to end the season. Indeed. And again, a big thank you tonight as well to people that kind of made this final night fantastic. So... yeah, there's people voting here. Goalkeeper walk. That's a split clip there. You know, goalkeeper walks into him. I don't want to kind of rotate my head and watch a clip this way, so it's kind of one of those. But I'll let the admins. I'll let you lot decide. I'll let you lot decide while I do some Q&As here on stream. So yeah, let me know, admin team. I've got Jack7 wanting to come on so we can kick the German fans out of here. Out you go. And we'll get Jack7 on. Jack, I pray you've got a mic that doesn't sound like it's from the Crimea War. That should be absolutely smashing, if not. And let's get you on here. Here we go. Whenever he joins. Well, hello. Don't get me banned is all I can ask. Don't say anything too out of pocket now, will you?
No, I won't. I'm a level-headed guy.
No, you're not. That's a lie. Anyway, listen, what a fantastic way to... what happened yesterday and today? The loss against LAFC, Waddy wasn't there. It was Berisha in goal. And then the loss against Toulouse. What happened in those two games before that big ultimate, title win? Were you a little bit nervous? What was the kind of comms in the camp there for those two losses in the last 2 days?
So yesterday was just based on availability issue. Me, Bailey, and Waddy all went on. It was like Dom, centre mid. It was a bit of a rough lineup. So we did well. We played Schalke, who we thought were going to be a tough game, beat them. And then we kind of slipped up at the one we should have comfortably won. And then Toulouse, they kind of just caught us off guard, to be honest. It's all wide mids, like everyone does against us. But comes with being the best, I guess.
No, that's fair. I mean, going into that final game, then, you knew that you were 2 points behind. I mean, this is a Monaco team that's kind of obviously pushed you guys in the Champions League. They've pushed PSG in the Champions League. They're known as one of the kind of core four. They're always kind of, though, like the bridesmaids. Like I said, there were so many similarities in that game, Jack, to Arsenal and Man City today. You got you guys that are like the Man City team, so many winners, so much experience, just the team. And then you got this Monaco side that is kind of on the side. They've never really, they've got some individual titles, but together as a group, they haven't really kind of won anything this FIFA. They've been so close, but so far away. Was there ever really any doubt going into that final game that this could be a bit of a difficult one? Or were you all pretty confident that it was going to be a result that you knew would get you the league?
I mean, we respect Monaco. They're a good team. I think they do well, especially knockout football in Champions Leagues. But we were all saying in the call, not to be overconfident, but we know we're better than these guys. We're not really worried. We actually thought we preferred them to be first going into the game because.
Did you think they would? Did you think they would feel the pressure? Is that what it was?
Yeah. And all we said all night was quite a bit of Tom Hiddleston. We said that pressure is a privilege.
I hate you, by the way. That's great. That's brilliant. I mean, well, you could definitely see that. I mean, for the first 30 minutes, I thought they were good. I thought Monaco were good, and then you could see it in about the 35th minute. It started. Those little cracks started to appear where Leardis was hanging on to the ball too long. Ertak nearly got dispossessed. There was that kind of touch at the end where Dom was one-on-one because the centre back takes a dodgy touch. Did you feel like as the game went on, they got a little bit more panicked?
Yeah, you can kind of tell, just like kind of do any means possible to try and push for a goal, and sometimes that does you more harm than good. When you start lumping everyone forward and playing long balls in, then you're never going to win. So like the longer it went on, we knew we'd get more counter attacks, and honestly, we should have probably won the game 2 or 3-0. Obviously, we had Crimmy's chance and Dom's chance, which we
I
all
mean,
expect them to score.
I mean, talking to Crimmy as well, in the end, he secures the goal. I would not want to be, what's-his-face, Herbie, if Talk VFL's on tomorrow, but Crimmy is the guy that ultimately scores the goal. Crimmy is the guy that ultimately brings Sevilla the title home. I mean, he's not really been... I mean, I think it's been a shared load at Sevilla this season because there's been Dom, who's been phenomenal. There's been Crimmy, who's been phenomenal. Did it feel like you were a bit more unpredictable this season as a team because you got so many goal scorers?
Yeah, we have so many people who can score. We have so many good players. It's actually... We don't score enough, really. Obviously, it sounds kind of crazy. We scored like 52 goals, whatever, this season, but we probably should score a lot more.
The thing that people have said, though, is that it's felt this season a lot more difficult to score goals. I said it before, while doing the build-up when you guys were lobbying up, there's only about 3 or 4 people coming into tonight, I think, in Super League 1 that have scored double-digit goals. Like it's a very tricky league to score in. I mean, did you feel that this season, or do you feel like you felt it more than others? Because, like you said, you are the team, so you are going to face low blocks, you are going to face more defensive teams.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I mean, I don't want to come across as a dick, but Monaco will have faced some of the play styles we've faced this season. It's been a disgrace. I mean, obviously, football's football. Win any way you can. But some of the games have been real gruelers against teams that normally we'd put 8-9 past. It's been like 2-0 wins, holding on.
I mean, that makes the league exciting, though. You know what I mean? It's like one of those ones where, it's like when Pep came out. I'm not saying that you're saying this, but I remember when like Pep came out a couple of years ago and he like criticised Southampton for kind of like going with a low block because, they wanted to get a draw against them. But I mean, that's just what makes the game so exciting, isn't it? I think that title race there, I mean, that's one of the closest title races I've seen you like Sevilla as a group. Forget about the name because it's sometimes Sevilla, sometimes someone else. But that felt like the closest that someone could have got to pipping you lot, because usually, last season I think it was done the second to last day. There was like an 8-point swing, so definitely felt a little bit more closer. I think that's not even a little bit. It looked a lot closer than it did last season. Was there anything in the game at all, and that one just there against Monaco, that maybe impressed you, or is there any chance that they had that maybe you're saying to yourself, Christ, we got a bit lucky there, or nothing that you can recall?
Yeah, they had one chance, which my heart was in my mouth. It's when they flicked it back post. I think it might be Deadman. He's wide open. I think I was on him, and I'm only 5'6", and he's 6 foot whatever. And I thought, this is a goal. It's 1-1 this. But luckily,
that was the
straight at Waddy.
Yeah, that was the 75th minute odd when it was point blank at Waddy, wasn't it? Yeah. At the end, reflexes of a saint. That kid said, 9 lives like a cat. That guy. So one of the best goalkeepers to do it. Absolutely. I mean, everyone knew that this was kind of like what he said. This is his last season of management. You've alluded to the fact that it will never end because then when he goes, you'll step up. But, I mean, it feels like now the only thing that's left for this Sevilla team is to go and get the double to go on with the Champions League next Sunday, no?
Well, yeah, absolutely. A few people in the team are planning on stopping playing after the season, so whether we carry on or not, we'll see what the availability is like, but we're going to go out of a bank if we are going out.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, I'll tell you this much, I think the entire rest of the league is just kind of rejoiced in celebration there. So, I mean, listen, it's been a great season, though. I think you have to give a lot of credit to the league. Maybe it's been a little bit annoying, like you said, because you've had to go against those deep blocks, but you got to give credit to LAFC. They did their part against you. You got to give credit to Toulouse. They did their part against you. You had some really close ones. Again, I think like the first kind of 45 minutes against PSG that I was watching off stream looked really, really good. I mean, you can definitely see people raise their game when they play you. That's got to be the ultimate compliment, though.
Oh yeah, of course. And to be fair, what I will say is, a few of the like lower placed teams in this league have caught us out, not just by playing long balls and stuff. Some of them actually tried to play against us and have been good. Manchester City early in the season, I think we only won like 1-0, and it was a bit sketchy. Like they came to play football, and I think it was a really good game. So, like you said, it just says how good the league is. I
think as well, credit to you lot as well, because mentality monsters to lose the centre back at half time due to a lag out or whatever it was, and then just to be completely fine and not concede. I mean, was there kind of a little bit of anxiety at halftime when you saw that, that lag out happen? What was the kind of thought process there? Did you switch anything? Did you flip the formation? Or did you just keep going with the free back and hope that the Any would do his job?
Obviously, Twan's a great player, but when you got Bailey and Sineni, there's nothing to worry, really, is there?
There you
No.
go. I mean, I'd called him the quarterback of your team. That's accurate, isn't it?
It is, yeah. He's you can play him anywhere, and you do a job.
There you go. There you go. Well, any final words then, Jack, before I let you go? Anything that you want to say to your team, or anything you want to say to Monaco, or anything to the league at all?
Once again, pressure's a privilege. We're coming for the TL, so you might as well not even bother turning up. And good luck next season if we don't stay on.
There you go. Hey, Jack, congratulations again, man. Great game.
Thank you. GG's all.
There you go. Fellas, a fantastic kind of on-the-win match of the day tonight. We'll be uploading it to the YouTube channel so you can kind of watch it back and live on forever and ever. Congrats, though. Brilliant season by Sevilla, as expected. And for Monaco, all you can do is say congratulations. Push them all the way into the end. No one has gotten that close to pipping them in the league race, but it's one step shy again. One, result away, one grasp away, one shot away, one chance away. And those are the fine margins that make those title races so interesting. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for a great season 68. Keep in mind, we've got cup games next week. We've got playoffs next week. We've got European playoffs. We've got Champions League, Europa League, and Europa Conference League all next weekend. Let's have a real fun last week heading into next Sunday's CL final. Take care. Take it easy. Stats in for 11:30, please. And remember, if you need anything, please DM the admins. Do not ask us when next season starts. Do not ask us when you can apply for a new team. All of that will happen after next week's Champions League final. Okay, so please don't bother us with that. We've got a lot of work to do. Take care, take it easy, and we'll see you when we see you. Good night.